All right, we are live. Barstool Units, episode 21. Welcome. I am Coach Doug's. With me, as always, the Honorable Frank the Tank Fleming. Frank, how you doing?
I feel like I'm injured.
Oh yeah? You're not now. You're not hurt. You're saying you're injured.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. What's the matter? What's going on?
Watching the Mets.
Frank, before you continue, I have one question. Did they win?
Yeah, but they have 16 players on the disabled list, and Noah Syndergaard, they were hoping would come back, re-ruptured his elbow.
Oh, really?
Yep, he needs an MRI, and when MRIs happen to the Mets, it's always bad news.
Yeah. Now, here's a question. With 16 guys on the, you said are they on the IR?
IL, yeah.
Okay. So with 16 guys on there, you think, if they're still winning games now, it can only get better, right?
No, they've literally run out of space. They had a 3-game losing streak going into tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob deGrom came off the injured list, and Jordan Yamamoto took his place. Joshua Fargas should be on the injured list, but he is hurt, and they actually do not have any roster people to replace him.
You mean like there's nobody to bring them up? Like they can't bring up somebody from the minors? There's just like
no. There's a 40-man roster,
mm-hmm.
and
they would have to send somebody back down.
And they have to designate someone for assignment, which means they could be released. They can't even send them to the minors. In fact, they just lost 2 players that way, trying to maneuver the roster.
Wow.
They got Cameron Maben for $1, and he's about 99 cents. They overpaid for him.
Yeah.
Francisco Lindor is over his last 13, and he's got like 1 hit in his last 29 at bats.
Now, I did see that. I did see where Lindor is
awful.
The problem isn't strikeouts. I saw people were posting like he was like tied for 220th in the league or something for strikeouts. I saw that the problem wasn't strikeouts. It's that he's not getting on base.
He can't hit. He can't. His on base percentage is .259 right now.
Yeah. So I guess if you're not getting on base, you don't go into like the Moneyball scheme. You don't really care how you're not getting on. You don't care whether it's a strikeout or
no. It's just pure suckage.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're not getting on, the idea
like sucks right now.
The idea that he's making contact with the bat, yeah, but if it's not a hit, it's not a hit. So
it looks like he's hitting Funkos. So yeah, other team.
Yeah. Well,
right now they have their a first baseman playing left field, a catcher playing first base. Today they had a third baseman playing right field.
That's Moneyball, baby.
How does it always work for the A's? How do they always get these shitty players that come up for them and have good years, and they leave the A's and they go back to being shitty?
I don't know. It must be something in the Oakland water or something.
Well, it's going to have to be something in the Portland water or the Vegas water probably soon.
Yeah. I did hear I was speaking with someone over the weekend about that. We were talking about relocation for the Athletics, and they said there's a possibility they could just move over the bridge.
No.
But San Francisco won't allow that, right?
No.
Now, how would that San Francisco would obviously vote no on that, but how does that work with as far as like the baseball? I know how it works in the NFL. Basically, the owner says, "I'm moving to Vegas. If you try and stop me, I'm going to."
Owners don't get along in baseball like they do in football.
Yeah.
So it would never happen. They would never move to San Francisco.
Now, and
here's the crazy thing is, about 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago now, about 10, 15, in the last 20 years, the A's seriously looked into moving into San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
And about 30 years ago, the Giants sought permission for the A's to put a minor league team in San Jose. And the A's said, okay. The Giants now claim that San Jose is their market.
Because they
will not allow the A's to even consider San Jose, which would be the perfect location for the A's.
Yeah.
They don't lose their fans.
No.
Their fans just have to move south.
Yeah. How far?
They leave rundown broken down Oakland for San Jose, which is only maybe 50, 60 miles at the most.
It's not too bad. You might run in, but you might run into a Tampa Bay St. Pete situation.
Here's the difference. Oakland is kind of run down. San Jose is Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Computer chips.
So there's money there, but I mean, does that mean there's fans there?
Probably more fans in San Jose than there are in Oakland.
Really?
Probably
they do have the earthquakes.
Yeah. Well, they have them in Oakland too.
Yeah.
You know when the San Jose stadium wasn't ready, they played a season in Oakland. Actually,
really? I just can't imagine. I mean, I'm just picturing myself being the Oakland A's owner and thinking, oh, okay, well, yeah, okay, well, I guess if the Giants don't want to move into San Jose, like in my head, I'm thinking,
I don't get it either. I don't get it either. I mean,
so
it's a minor league team. It's a minor league team. They're kicking out a minor league team, and if you ever look at the Bay of San Francisco Bay, you got San Francisco's on the west, Oakland's on the east, and at the mouth of the bay is where San Jose is. Down there, Santa Clara is also near San Jose.
Yeah,
which is where Levi Stadium is.
So, how did the Angels? Where were the Angels originally? Did they not actually move physically? They just changed their name to the Los Angeles A's or Angels?
They still play in Anaheim.
Gotcha. They just did it for jersey sales.
Yes.
So they can have
Los Angeles. It's kind of a slap in the face to the real fans.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, the only reason I even know, a little bit about that is because Angels in the outfield. Angels in the outfield, they had the California, the C, for California.
Well, that was their 1990s logo.
Yeah.
Which was very dull, plain, boring hat.
Yeah. I mean, I again, going back to, I think we talked about this last time, there's that nostalgia to it.
Well, it's kind of weird because that hat didn't last that long. They wore that hat like from 93 to 96. They only wore that hat for like a very brief period of time.
Other than that, it's the A.
Yeah, it was the A with the halo. They used to have a lowercase a in the early 70s.
Yeah.
They actually had
wings.
They had a CA late 60s that had a halo on the hat, and an LA before that would have had a halo on the hat, and that was a beautiful hat. The hat literally had like a silver halo right at the top of the hat, at the hat.
Oh, on the hat, gotcha.
Yeah. Then they wore that ridiculous Disney uniform for a couple of years.
Because
I don't know if you remember that one.
I don't.
It was an A that had like a wing on it.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't the Angels in the outfield hat. The Angels in the outfield hat, they only wore that for a few years.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then the year they actually won the World Series, 2002, is when they went to the current look.
Yeah. That was their first year as Los Angeles, wasn't it?
No.
It was their last year as Angels of Anaheim.
No. They changed a couple of years after that, like 2005, I want to say.
Okay.
Was when they became the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of Los Angeles, this will go into. I'm not sure if you're Chaps. His wife was at like Costco when somebody broke into their car and took his daughter's Pokemon cards.
Jeez.
So I went to the local card store here, Showtime. I have a pretty good relationship with them. They donated a couple cards, like old Pokemon cards, some new stuff, and so I sent that over to them. But while I was there, they gave me this. Gave it to me, gifted to me, pretty cool. Cam Akers rookie patch auto from like the limited series. You can't really see it that well, but it's numbered 2 out of 99.
Looks like they got part of the uniform number.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly. So it's a three color patch. It's numbered 2 out of 99.
Nice.
Rookie patch auto, and it's Cam Akers. So he's a FSU guy.
And who would steal a fucking Pokemon cards out of a car? I mean,
Frank, you're out of the loop here, man. Pokemon cards. I mean, here's the thing. If they're the right Pokemon cards, they're worth a lot of money. Same thing with sports cards. If generally most of them, 99% of the cards are, they're cardboard. There's nothing special about them besides they have a picture of an athlete. However, the people that are stealing these cards don't know that. if you're sad enough to break into somebody's car to steal Pokemon cards, you probably don't know much about Pokemon cards. But yeah, well, we're the like I said, Showtime Sports Card.
Isn't Chaps from down around?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He now lives in San Antonio, but he's originally from Jacksonville. And I've got connections here with sports, card shops and everything. So thankfully they were able to pitch in, and I appreciate that. Sent it to him today, so hopefully he'll get it by this weekend. But yeah, well, sports card stuff. Now that I'm back here in Jacksonville, I have time. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff for Doug's Den. We bought a couple packs of these. The Score packs just came out. These are the first licensed NFL stuff for the new. These won't have Trevor Lawrence in his or any of the new draft class in their professional jerseys, but this is like the first set for that. And I've got a box of NBA hoops, 94.95, a whole box. I'm gonna open up those real soon.
Have you ever seen the Skybox cards? I got that whole set.
Yeah, well,
I bought that a couple of years ago. I bought that real cheap for a couple of years ago. A guy was getting rid of all his stuff.
Yeah.
At the Garfield card store, and I just found out good news. The Garfield, New Jersey card show is starting up again in June.
Nice.
June 20th.
Hopefully, I'll be back by then.
Well, I'm looking.
I know.
And now I got my parents throwing a fucking monkey wrench into the damn thing.
Really? Uh-oh. All right, now time out. I didn't know about this. This is brand new information. Are your parents moving back soon?
Well, no, but they now want me to look for a 2-family house and can actually help put a significant down payment down.
All right.
So now it's the focus is on now looking on to buy.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Meanwhile, these fucking apartments are just depressing. Like I said, I went Sunday to no, it's not Sunday. I went Friday looking at a place I like.
Yeah.
Rent is high.
But it was brand new.
But I wanted to look at a few other places, and the guy tells me, "Oh no, they want to interview you, and they want you to make the decision right away." So I had to either jump on the place, and not even possibly get the place.
Yeah.
It's so incredibly fucking frustrating.
Yeah. Well,
I really like this place. I looked on Friday.
Well, you're not alone in the market right now, and you'll. I mean, it's not just in Jersey; it's in Florida. It's everywhere right now. Who knows how long it'll last? But it's definitely a bubble. They've got. I mean, if you go to Home Depot, there's you get a sheet of plywood's over $100 right now. The housing market is crazy. People are offering. I was in the card shop. People are talking in the card shop like. People are paying $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 over asking. They're putting in these offers just because the market is so hot. So it's if that's what it's like for buying, I'm sure the rental market is just as bad.
And I want to get out of this fucking place.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to talk some more about that. I mean, if you're looking to purchase, because I mean, purchasing, I mean, that's not a. I mean, it is a. How do they say it? It's simple, but that doesn't make it easy. It's a very simple process. But
that's what I'm at now. It's now. I'm off the rental market. I'm going to buy.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk. I mean, obviously,
I buy, you rent.
Yeah. No, if that works out, yeah. Obviously, that's not an issue for me. It's just a matter of that takes it down. If we're looking to buy, that does. I mean, usually, you have to find the place. You have to put in an offer. You have to have an offer accepted, and then you're still looking at usually, 45 days on average, for the home buying process. So it just puts it out a long time to where I might want to consider, possibly trying Airbnb again, or so that I can be in New York or New Jersey.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
Yeah.
See if you can find Airbnb in New Jersey.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right. Well, so if anything, that might be the way to go. Just until we get it all figured out. Because I'm kind of down here. It was nice you came and visited, but I'm kind of down here just doing card stuff and stuff.
Well, you haven't done the Frank the Tank Doug's Den episode yet.
No. Well, that's Well, listen, I've got to look at your cards. I've got to look at Brandon's starting lineup. Got to look at Robbie's comedy.
Yeah, my starting lineup will blow Brandon's away, by the way, too.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, that might be. We might just have to film both of those back to back and make
And
one.
by the way,
one mega episode.
you see that? And by the way, my bobbleheads too.
Oh yeah.
By the way, you see this closet behind me?
I see it.
In that closet are tons and tons of baseball cards. There's no clothes in there, just baseball cards and Met yearbooks.
Yeah. Met yearbooks, and there's no clothes in there.
And of course, I got this empty iced tea I finished today.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I tell you what, I'm excited to be back. I feel like I'm missing out on everything, especially with the Knicks and the Nets both in the playoffs right now. How do you feel?
You would have loved the stream last week when they had the Spittin' Chiclet guys there.
Oh yeah, that looked fun. Especially, you look so disheartened when your soda fell and you go, "Oh no, my soda!" Everyone's just crazy, and you're just like, "Oh no, my soda!"
You know, it would have been interesting if the Maple Leafs actually won that game. I would have had to try a Pink Whitney.
Oh yeah,
yes,
that was like a little bet you guys made.
Yes.
Now, what did they try because the Leafs lost?
Nothing. It was Ryan Whitney would say, "What will it take you to try a Pink Whitney?" And
you said if the Leafs win,
and then basically said, "Yeah, especially if William Nylander scored."
Nice. No, well, that's what I'm saying. And you have the Knicks. I mean, they lost, but that was a crazy stream with.
And of course, don't forget we had the Islanders too, the Borelli. Yeah. And if the Islanders win one of their next two games and move on, you're going to have Frankie Borelli going for the Islanders and the Bruin Army.
Yeah, everyone.
Spittin' Chiclets are all Bruins fans.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Rear Admiral, we got the what's her name that always sits there? That's a big Bruin fan. Has the giant Bobby Orr bobblehead by her desk.
Yeah.
Feidelberg's a Bruins fan.
Yeah.
Dave's a Bruin fan. Dave's a big Bruin fan.
Yeah. So it's gonna be.
It's gonna be Dave versus Frankie.
Yeah. It sounds like everybody versus Frankie.
Well,
Borelli's versus
everyone. As a Devil fan, I'll be rooting for the Islanders because
that's right.
The former Devils that are on that team.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if you know the history of Borelli's and the Islanders.
Oh yeah. Let's go to Borelli's, right? Everybody goes to Borelli's after the game, right?
Yeah. He has. They're selling a shirt now, like from one of the Islander victory parades, of like people on top of the roof of Borelli's.
Yeah. I saw that's so old school. I love it. Just like it's such an old school picture when you see it, and especially because the Islanders haven't won since then, right?
Nope.
So I mean that's such a different feeling.
The Islanders actually at one point won 19 straight playoff series.
Really?
From 1980 to 1984, they lost in the Stanley Cup final in 1984 to the Oilers. They won 19 straight playoff series.
So how many championships is that? 3?
4.
4?
80, 81, 82, 83, and they were going for 5 when they lost in the Stanley Cup final in 84.
Who they lose to?
Oilers.
Nice. Oh, was that Gretzky?
Yep. They beat Gretzky in 83, and then Gretzky got revenge in 84. And then the Oilers won 5 of the next 7 after that.
That's wild. That you go on those runs and everything. You don't see that too often.
The Oilers would have won 5 in a row, except in 1986. They played a tough series against the Calgary Flames. And in Game 7, one of their guys trying to make a play behind the net, a defenseman, accidentally put the puck in off of the back of the goalie and into the net.
That's that's heartbreaking.
And it was against the Calgary Flames.
Are you saying that on purpose, Calgary?
That's how they actually pronounce it in Canada.
Is it?
Yeah, I always hear people talking. Canadians always just say Calgary.
Calgary?
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know if I can say Calgary without a southern accent coming out. Calgary. It sounds like I'm saying Calgary, Texas.
And I don't know if you know anything about Canadian geography.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know a little bit, like Alberta, Ontario, Quebec.
Well,
That's in high school.
Let me put it this way: Calgary and Edmonton would be like a blood feud between Tampa and Miami.
Yeah, they're the only two teams out there, right?
Well, there's Vancouver, but
Vancouver's further west, but I mean, right there in Edmonton.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're both in Alberta.
Cold up there.
They're both in Alberta.
Yeah. Well, did you see? Speaking of like pronouncing words and Canadian and everything, did you see Paul Bissonnette say that Colorado or Denver is a southern market? If you look at the NHL, not North America, but if you look at the NHL and you base it solely on that, they are definitely a southern market. Like if the NHL was split in North and South, Colorado would be in the South.
We're talking people who basically I think Paul's a Canadian.
I'm pretty the way he says Vegas, and the way he says other certain words, it definitely sounds like it.
So yeah, to a Canadian, and if you look at the state of Colorado, Denver's kind of northern Colorado, so it'd be more north, but it's such a weird shaped square state. But if you go to Four Corners, and I'd love to go to Four Corners one of these days.
Yeah.
I mean that's got to be one of the most unique feelings to be in Four Corners.
Yeah, you're standing in 4 different states.
Yep, and Colorado is. Then you got Arizona, New Mexico, and Arizona. I mean, you wouldn't doubt those are southern states.
No, well, that's the whole thing. They're not. Yeah, they definitely are. They're southern, but they're also western. There's not.
Yeah,
it all just depends on how you look at it. But I know. Well, we'll see. I mean, listen, we're going to be making a lot of road trips. Once I'm up there, and who knows? I mean, if I'm up there, I like I said to you, I wanted to go to I want to go back to Chicago. They've got the card show coming up. I think I'm going to go with Aria to Chicago for the card for the National Card Convention coming up.
When's that?
That is late July. I believe the last weekend in July.
I might have to look into that.
Yeah, definitely look into it.
Everyone wants me to go to Chicago. Go to Chicago. Go to Chicago.
Yeah. So,
I know at one point this summer I'm going to spend a week, probably a week, and I'm looking maybe August/September, a week in go visiting my parents in Idaho, or a couple days in Idaho. Then I'm going to go to LA.
Yeah.
I know that. I just got a plan.
I mean, if it's open, right?
Was that?
If it's open.
Well, it looks like it's going to be open.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Canada, I mean,
still not open.
So, and I asked, I said, well, when are they going to be open? Somebody said when they hit 75% vaccine rate, and like they're only at 4% right now.
Oh,
I don't. You can go down. You can literally go to. You can go to the Walmart tomorrow and get a vaccine here in Florida. You can go to Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Publix, like Jim.
There's vaccines. I am very disappointed that Canada didn't have their shit together. And that's a country that usually actually has its shit together.
Yeah,
they don't have their shit together on this.
Maybe I don't know enough to know why, but that's my biggest question. Is like,
I don't.
But, well, yeah.
I mean, I'm very disappointed in Canada with this. I hope you know what I want to do one of these days.
Yeah, a little Canada road trip.
The Hall of Fames.
The Hall of Fame. Where are the Hall of Fames in Canada?
There's just one.
Is it Toronto?
Toronto, yeah.
Nice.
And I want to hit
some poutine.
Yep. Well, I found a place that serves poutine by me.
Yeah.
Yes, I did a real hot dog review for them recently.
Nice.
It literally is a mile away from me.
Nice. And then
literally a mile, not even a mile. It might be even like a half a mile away from me.
And that's like one of their big things.
This place looks like it doesn't even belong in New Jersey. It's called Bell's shakes and beef and shakes. I mean,
Shakes. I love it.
It looks like a place that was like plopped out of the Midwest and just put right on the Belleville Nutley border. It's a great place. They have. I did a hot dog review there. I like the hot dog, but that's not even the best thing they have there. Mm-hmm. They have a beautiful French dip sandwich. They have the poutine, as I mentioned. They have fries with the brown gravy and the cheese.
It sounds like a Canadian place.
They have good burgers. They have nice hamburger hot dogs, as I said. They have milkshakes, and it's also a bar.
But I was in. You had me at beef and shakes. That's you just had to tell me beef and shakes.
And it's this like tiny little place. It doesn't even look like anything, and I like it. I really do like Bell's beef and shakes, and I went there twice last week. They're open like Wednesday through Saturday. I mean Sunday.
Oh yeah.
They're not open Monday and Tuesday. They're not open Mondays and Tuesday right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a good place. They have like tons of TV, so they have the sports on. I mean, it's a nice little place, real cozy little place.
All right, well we'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out next time I'm up there. Speaking of which, also next time I'm up there, we got to do the pitch and putt. I saw that you went out with Bobby and played pitch and putt. How did that go?
I shot better than expected, and I didn't do as good as I should have.
Okay, all right. So you shot better than you expected, but
I could have done better. I made some mistakes.
So there were I saw that the first hole, Bobby said, "Well, you can putt from there." And you said, "No, I'll chip it." And then he said, "Damn it, I should have putted." Yeah, that's that's just golf 101 right there.
Well, I shot it. I shot a 60, hole, on a 9-hole course.
And what is the? Do they have a par for the course?
It's pretty much it's par 3 everything.
Gotcha. Okay. So was that 27?
Yeah.
So a 60 is not bad. That'd be like getting 140 on a regular golf course.
It's the first time I did that type of golf.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the first time you've really gone out and chipped the ball or pitched it.
Yes.
Gotcha. We've been working on a short game for so long.
Yeah, and it was kind of a shitty course too.
Yeah, I heard it was kind of. Well, I heard it used to be a really nice 9-hole course, and then I guess they just made it into a bunch of smaller holes or something.
Someone brought out half of it. Yeah, someone bought some of the land that the course was on, and they shrunk it to a pitch and putt.
Gotcha.
Well, and it's poorly maintained.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how much was it to go out there?
I don't know. Bobby took care of it.
Yeah. I mean, $15-$20 maybe?
Yeah, something like that. But here's the problem. Shit. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Their geese overran that place.
And that's, I want to specify, not human shit. Not human feet.
No, goose droppings all over the fucking...
New York City, human shit. New Jersey, geese shit.
I actually hit one shot that literally the ball was 2 inches from the shit. And I ended up
Did you hit the shit?
No, I avoided it, but I shorted the ball.
So maybe we won't go there next. Maybe there's got to be another place we can.
If you know of a better pitch and putt place in New Jersey, New York, let me know, because this place, Tara Greens,
not great.
Just too much shit. I mean, the goose shit. These fucking honkers everywhere.
Yeah.
And they were like they were hissing at me. They were angry to see me on that course.
Yeah, that's their land. Well, I tell you what, this is the first time I've actually heard of a pitch and putt. I guess it's because we have the land down here in Florida. It's either, you go to a mini golf course or you go to a real golf course, not a pitch and putt. They also, hey, we can go also, what's the name of the place? There's a digital place that has the computer driving range. I can't remember what it's called or whatnot, but that's close to the office. No, it's not Top Golf. It's it's like Top Golf in that you have your own bay and everything, but it's all inside.
When you get back up here, we'll start doing things like that again.
Yeah.
I'm going to start putting out the blogs in a couple of days. I'm finally getting close to getting the first day of highlights edited, and then I just writing the blog will take me about 2 hours, take me an hour or two, and then I'll have the stories up, and then I'll have Friday up, of course, and I'll have the drama of Saturday with you feeling not so well.
Yeah, I'm still. I mean, like once I got the morphine in the ER, that must have covered however long it took for the kidney stone to pass the kidney and get in my bladder, because I haven't had any issues whatsoever since then. It's really a waiting game. I looked it up. They said it could take on average like 30 days for it to finally pass.
You see Jordan, speaking of kidneys, you see Jordan gave a kidney to her father.
Yeah. How awesome is that? How awesome. Just to be able to like for everything to work out and be able to do it is awesome. But then to actually, that's
I know I'm not in a position to do that. I mean, my body.
Not yet. Well, speaking of which, Bobby posted the before, or the pic. It was like an 11-month difference.
Yeah.
So I mean how was it, like 100 pounds or something like that in 11 months?
Yeah, something like that. I was 470 last year. Now I'm in the 360s.
I mean that's awesome. And then just imagine another year from now. Imagine in a year from now you're at 260, 250.
That I don't see.
Well, not with that attitude.
Hey, it would be a hell of an accomplishment if I'm 300, 290.
Hey, it would be a lot less than the 360, and I'm speaking the same thing from my side. I keep making excuses, just like like normal. I'm like, oh hey, once I'm up in Jersey, then I'll start weight loss. But I could easily start walking today.
Well, I try to do the walks every day.
Yeah. Well, no, I tell you, I mean you're really doing it right. Just it's all happening.
Yeah, get a Fitbit. That will help. Look, today I'm kind of lagging, and I 7,700 steps.
Yeah, it's all about habit and getting the right habits and everything.
And 5,000 is my minimum.
Yeah,
I would like to do more than 5,000. I'd like to get up 7,500, 10,000 most days, and a couple days where I don't get it. Because sometimes things run in the way.
Yeah, you get snowed in.
You get snowed in. You have to go drive your uncle to fucking Costco. You have to go looking in an apartment.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, well, hopefully that process, the apartment search, now possibly the home buying search. I mean, we have sponsors at Barstool that can definitely help us out with that.
And eventually, I'm going to talk maybe getting something set up with Country Ride.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Yeah. So we've got the resources and everything. We can definitely make it happen. I might need to find a place up there for the time being, just in case it does take a few months. But it'll happen for sure. That was the funniest thing is when I posted about the interview, about the possible tenant interview, is somebody tweeted out like, I think you're trying to get out of this. And I'm like, this was my idea. What are you talking? Like, it was my idea to have a unit house. What do you mean get it? He's like, as if it was a punishment or something. It's so silly. And you were getting backlash too from people saying anyone that says it's not difficult to find a place has never bought a home, has never really searched for an apartment in a hot.
It truly is. It truly is a pain in the ass. I never imagined how difficult this would be. Yeah,
if it's anybody that says otherwise has never bought a house or
no, it is a very difficult, tedious process.
Yeah, well, especially in the market right now. The idea of oh, you like this? Well, choose right now whether or not you want to get it.
I'm not going to jump on the first place I see.
Yeah, well, and if that's the case, then there's it might be a while till we find the right place because
I at least want to see 2 or 3 places.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like it just clicks
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I walk out and say I got to have this place. I'm not going to choose the first place.
No, because a month down the road, you don't want to think, I don't like this place and I'm stuck here for a year.
I mean, well, with the home search now, I mean, if I find a place that has like a swimming pool and a two-family house with nice big dens and party areas and a nice basement and a great fridge and freezer and everything else. I mean, heck, I might just go, okay, let's start the process. But
in order to be able to say, all right, this is my place and I want it, you got to get with the mortgage guy. You got to get with the so that you have everything in place. But we'll talk about that. But all right,
but now, but my parents now looking like they want to start pushing forward, and even though they may not be ready to move forward, I'm now got to go ahead to start pushing forward. And if I get a two-family house, I'll have to have a tenant in the second unit for at least 6 months to a year.
Yeah,
and that'll be perfect set. That'll be the perfect setup.
Would they? So you said that they've given you the go-ahead, but they're not. So they've given you the go-ahead, meaning that they would be on the mortgage with you, but not moving in.
Yeah, they got They got more stuff to do out there.
Gotcha. Okay, but they would still financially and everything they would take care of it.
And I think my mother wants to get some health issues cleared up first.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
she's now developing cataracts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
as long as the finances are there and everything, and you can still, it's not a matter of
but they can help with a significant down payment.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. So as long as that is, it's not a that would not be something standing in the way of you purchasing a house.
No. Once they sell the property and move here, that will also help a fucking lot.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
And I got a good credit score. So let's do this. Let's get a let's get a house. Fuck these fucking assholes with the fucking. I want to interview clients. Oh, you'll just be renting for me. I'm going to be leaving my apartment for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. You're subletting from a subletter you don't even know about. Yeah. It's all wild. All right. Well, hey, that's
when you get those sublets, they sublet. They're subletting from subletting, and they're subletting to subletting, and all of a sudden someone goes, "Okay, no, I didn't want you living here. You're out."
Yeah, it's a wild scenario that you don't want to be in.
It sounds fugazi.
Yeah, fugazi, exactly. All right, well, hey, that's good news. So we're officially looking to purchase now, not rent. It might take a little bit longer to buy because taking obviously.
And now I'm gonna probably have to renew the lease here for like 3 fucking months or 3 to 6 months, and I fucking hate this goddamn place.
Yeah, I mean, we might want to consider moving you out to another short-term rental. Because if we're talking 6 months, I mean I can't.
We'll see. Moving again. Moving sucks.
Yeah, but I personally I can't be in an Airbnb for 6 months up there.
No, I understand that.
So, all right, we'll talk about it some more. We'll talk about it some more.
But hopefully by football season.
I mean, it's like what, 3 months away?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, all right. We'll talk about it.
Got to start looking. I told Jeremy that the focus now is on multifamily homes.
Okay, and purchasing, not renting, right? Okay. All right. Well, okay. Yeah. We'll figure it out. But we're going to move forward, and hopefully we can find a place real soon. And we'll see where we go from there. But all right, cool. Well, that's Barstool Units
number 21.
21. Frank, go ahead and take us out.
We could actually have Barstool Units can actually now go out and have a drink.
You want to take us out? Or is that?
I think that's a good way to close it.
There you go. All right, fantastic. All right, I'll see you guys next time.
All right.